My name is Jazz, and I am a character in Cold Hollow, The Signal Below, a Stephen King-inspired novel set in a decaying mining town in Maine. A strange radio signal from an abandoned quarry sparks vivid shared dreams of an alien world. As residents' memories are rewritten, reclusive ex-astronomer Evelyn Marsh and I uncover a buried spacecraft manipulating the town's psyche to free an ancient entity. Racing against time, we face a violent cult controlled by the entity, fractured realities, and personal demons to stop the signal before it consumes the world. Blending sci-fi paranoia and small-town horror, this is a chilling tale of identity and cosmic dread. I ran away from home because of beatings by my dad. I get constant headaches from the time he threw a bottle and hit me in the temple. I live in an abandoned trailer. Evelyn is a down-and-out alcoholic because she lost a rover on Mars, and her NASA job, Sharif Tate, who helps us, can't get over his wife's death. Amazon links to buy in description. Protect your eyes from the sun with stylish state-of-the-art sunglasses from Coast are told. A must if you drive or are near the water or snow. See what's out there. Click and buy anything within 24 hours on Amazon to earn a small commission for Quick Savant, which he will use to feed his multi-peel rescue dogs. Stay tuned for your free audio sample. If you like Stephen King's writing, you will like Cold Hollow.
Coast sunglasses. See what's out there.
The tone stopped. Silence pressed in, heavier than the dark. Then a whisper, not from the radio but inside Jazz's head, soft and alien. Come closer. Her heart stuttered. She yanked the headphones off, staring at the radio as if it could stare back. The quarry was empty, the pines still. But the whisper lingered, not words now but a pull, like a hook in their chest. Jazz packed the radio, her hands trembling, and scrambled up the quarry's edge. She didn't believe in ghosts or God or any of that crap, but something about that hum wasn't right. As she reached the dirt road, a dream flashed behind her eyes. A red sky, jagged spires, a city of glass that pulsed like a living thing. She stumbled, catching herself on a tree. The vision faded, leaving only the headache and a certainty, whatever was in that quarry wasn't human. Chapter 2, The Listener. Dr. Evelyn Marsh woke to the sound of static, her head pounding because she'd downed an entire bottle of bourbon the night before. The empty bottles on her kitchen counter told the story of many nights. At 50, Evelyn looked like a woman who'd fought gravity and lost, graying hair in a messy bun, eyes bloodshot behind cracked glasses, a flannel shirt stained with coffee. Her cabin, a mile from Cold Hollow's center, was a shrine to her past. NASA plaques on the walls, a telescope gathering dust, books on astrophysics stacked like tombstones. The static came from her old shortwave radio, a relic from her days at SETI, before the Mars mission went to hell and took her career with it. She'd been part of the team that lost a rover to a glitch nobody could explain, a failure that cost billions and her reputation. Now she was a pariah, scraping by on disability checks and the occasional lecture gig nobody attended. The radio was her last tether to the stars, a habit she couldn't quit. She shuffled to desk, wincing as her bad knee protested. The static wasn't random, it carried a pattern, a sequence of tones that made her skin prickle. High, low, high, every 10 seconds. She grabbed a notepad, jotting the rhythm, her scientist's brain waking despite the hangover. It wasn't a local broadcast, too clean, too precise. She tuned the dial, narrowing the frequency. The tones grew clearer, and for a moment she swore she heard a voice, not in English but in something older, like a chant from a forgotten tongue. Evelyn's pulse quickened. She hadn't felt this alive since her NASA days, when she'd scanned the cosmos for signals that never came. This was different, not a satellite or a prank. She checked her equipment, confirming the signal's strength. It was local, originating within a few miles. Her eyes drifted to the window, where the quarry's silhouette loomed against the dawn. Cold Hollow had no radio towers, no tech to produce a signal like this. But the quarry, it was a black hole, a place even the town's drunks avoided. She poured coffee, ignoring the tremor in her hands. The signal looped, relentless. Then a vision hit her, not a memory, but a dream she hadn't had yet. A red planet, spires piercing a crimson sky, a city that breathed. She gasped, dropping the mug. It shattered on the floor, coffee pooling like blood. The vision faded, but the signal didn't. Evelyn stared at the radio, her scientist's skepticism warring with a primal fear. Whatever was broadcasting wasn't just out there, it was in her head. Chapter 3: The Town Stirs. Sheriff Amos Tate was halfway through his second coffee at Millie's Diner when the first complaint came in. It was 7 a.m., and Cold Hollow was waking slow, its main street a patchwork of shuttered storefronts and sagging awnings. Amos, 42 and broad-shouldered, had the tired eyes of a man who'd seen too many winters and not enough hope. His wife Sarah had died 3 years ago, cancer, quick and cruel, and the sheriff's badge was all that kept him moving. Millie, the diner's owner, slid a report across the counter. "Folks are acting weird, Amos. Old man Jenkins says he's been dreaming about a red desert, woke up screaming. And Jenny Carter's kid hasn't slept in 2 days, keeps humming some tune." Amos frowned, rubbing his stubbled jaw. Probably just cabin fever. Winter's coming. But his gut said otherwise. Cold Hollow was a quiet town, its troubles limited to bar fights and meth busts. This felt different, like the air before a storm. By noon, more reports trickled in. A teacher claimed her students were drawing the same image, towers under a red sky. A mechanic said his radio was picking up ghost voices. Amos drove to the quarry, the town's only anomaly, his cruiser crunching over gravel. The place was silent, but the air felt heavy, like it was holding its breath. He found fresh footprints near the edge, small and frantic. Kids maybe, or scavengers. Back at the station, Amos called Evelyn Marsh. She was a drunk, sure, but she knew signals, and he didn't trust the feds to care about a nowhere town. Her voicemail picked up, her voice slurred but sharp. "Leave a message. If it's about the stars, I'm listening." Amos hung up, uneasy. Something was wrong in Cold Hollow, and the quarry was at the heart of it. Chapter 4: The Collision. Jazz was halfway to their trailer when she saw the flashlight beam. She ducked behind a pine, heart racing. The quarry was off limits, and getting caught meant trouble, maybe a juvie record, maybe worse. The beam belonged to Evelyn Marsh, her face pale in the dawn light, her radio slung over her shoulder like a soldier's rifle. "Who's there?" Evelyn called, her voice rough but steady. "I saw you running. Come out or I call the sheriff." Jazz weighed their options. She didn't trust adults, but Evelyn wasn't a cop, and that radio meant she'd heard the signal too. She stepped out, hands raised. "Just me. Don't snitch." Evelyn lowered the flashlight, squinting. "You're the Cole kid. The runaway. What were you doing in there?" "Same as you," Jazz shot back, nodding at the radio. "Heard it, didn't you? The hum." Evelyn's eyes narrowed. She didn't like kids, didn't like people, period. But this one wasn't lying, and the signal was no joke. "What did you hear?" "Exactly." Jazz hesitated, then described the tones, the whisper, the red sky dream. Evelyn's face tightened. It matched her vision down to the spires. "You shouldn't be here," she said, but her tone softened. "That signal's not safe." "Then why are you here?" Jazz challenged. Evelyn didn't answer. She was thinking about Mars, about the glitch that killed her rover, about the voice she'd heard in her headset before it went silent. She looked at Jazz, a kid with too many scars for 16, and saw a mirror, someone else the world had chewed up. "Get in my truck," she said finally. "We're figuring this out." As they drove toward her cabin, the radio crackled again. The tones returned, louder, and with them a new vision, the city of glass pulsing, and a shadow moving beneath it, hungry. Jazz clutched their head and Evelyn gripped the wheel, her knuckles white. Cold Hollow was waking up, and something was waking with it. Chapter 5: The Cabin Secrets. Evelyn's cabin smelled of coffee and regret, a cluttered cave of books and broken dreams. Jazz sat on a sagging couch, clutching a mug of instant cocoa, their eyes darting to the radio on Evelyn's desk. The signal had gone quiet during the drive, but the memory of that whisper, "Come closer," hung between them like a bad smell. Evelyn paced, her bad knee clicking, her notepad filled with the signal's pattern. High-low-high, 10-second intervals, 1420 megahertz. The hydrogen line frequency, used by SETI for decades to hunt alien broadcasts. It wasn't a coincidence. You're saying this is what, little green men?
Costa sunglasses. See what's out there. Quick Savants audiobooks. Hear what's out there.